Finals. And the Ashland Tomcats are still standing after a rather thrilling 66-65 win over Owensboro on Wednesday night. And for all you people that have texted and called and concerned about Dickey, he's just fine. I just get a little excited when you hit a last-second shot and win the basketball game. You've been doing this for 46 years, and you've been following the Tomcats for that long. Hey, I get just a little bit excited, and that's okay, all right? But I'm doing fine, and the Tomcats are doing fine, too. We're still playing. 23 wins, 11 losses. Tonight, our work is cut out for us, I'll tell you that. Top-ranked team in the state of Kentucky with only one loss, the Warren Central Dragons, out of the region number 4, down in Bowling Green. They are 33 wins and just one loss. But as one person told me today, Warren Central might beat you 9 out of 10 times. All you got to do is beat them one time. That's all you got to do, beat them one time. And that's what the Tomcats are hoping to do today. Ashland and Warren Central have one common opponent. That's Madison Central. Madison Central beat Warren Central. Their only loss of the year at the Lexington Catholic Holiday Classic over Christmas. The Tomcats beat Madison Central at the Anderson Gym. So it only takes one, and that's what the Tomcats are playing for today. Madison Central beat Warren Central. They haven't lost since then. That was in late December the 28th, in fact. They haven't lost since then. They've run off 24 in a row, including their first-round win, a very impressive 80-55 win over Pulaski County. Pulaski County, a very, very good basketball team, and Warren Central just basically wore them out. The Tomcats, as we told you, coming from behind late in the game on Wednesday night against Owensboro, down by 7 with just a couple of minutes to go. Worked their way back in it. They showed their toughness, both mentally and physically, on the basketball court on Wednesday night, and they did a marvelous job coming back, of course, with Braxton Jennings hitting the game-winning three-pointer with just seconds to go. And Owensboro couldn't really get a good look, and the Tomcats hang on. Ryan Bonner, in his first year at the helm of the Tomcats, 23-11. William Umseld, who took over for the legendary Tim Riley, who won a state championship as well as winning a state runner-up, took over for him about 10 years ago. And Mr. Umseld's done a marvelous job. They finished as the state runner-up a year ago, losing by 1 point in the finals to Clark County. They're trying to get back there. So it's Ashland and Warren Central here this afternoon. Warren Central and Ashland have played a total of 2 times. And they both came at the AIT, believe it or not, one of which came in 2004 in the consolation game when Warren Central beat Ashland 76-70. The other one came on December the 29th of 2011 in the consolation game of the AIT. And Warren Central won that one 67-64. The Tomcats don't own a win over Warren Central. It's time to get that started today. It's Ashland and Warren Central, a berth in the Final Four. One game has already been played here this morning. Elizabethtown losing to Woodford County. The 8th region champion Yellow Jackets out of Woodford County. Very impressive again today. They beat E-Town 59-48. They're now 22 wins and 12 losses. They'll take on the winner of this game tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the upper bracket semifinal. All right, enough of the pregame stuff. Let's go talk to the coaches. And it will be Ryan Bonner up first, and we'll be back with that in a moment here on B97.
eBay's authenticators are all about keeping it real. Sneakers, watches, handbags, and jewelry. The details inspected, the fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Oh, Booking.com. I'm going to somewhere, anywhere, a beach house, a tree house. Honestly, I don't care.
Find the perfect vacation rental anywhere in the U.S. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Hi, I'm Martha Stewart, and I have a question for you. You know that unwelcome guest everyone wishes would just leave already? That's COVID-19. That's why I got an updated booster designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants. Got it? Check eligibility and schedule your updated COVID booster at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Hit refresh during the Spring Home Sale Spectacular at JCPenney. Save 50% on bedding, bath, windows, and more from household brands like Fieldcrest and Liz Claiborne Home. Need a total spring reset? Get your family organized from floor to decor and add even more home sweet home vibes when you save an extra 30% with coupon. Stock up and spring ahead. JCPenney. Offers valid on select styles through 3/19. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
There's been some hullabaloo recently over billionaires putting a few people in space. Well, we've been putting millions of people into spaces for years at Apartments.com.
Sir, we have a problem in Houston.
Like Gary here. He's launching a new career in a new city and needs a pet-friendly rental for his kitty crewmates. Team, activate search protocol.
Search tools activated. He's checking out the new pet-friendly listings, and he found one! Woohoo! High five, sir!
Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Now, back to the Tomcats pregame show on B97.
The Elite Eight, the quarterfinals. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Yeah, we feel the same, Dickie. We're really excited to be here. Love the way our guys are playing and competing, and again, I'm just tickled to death with the way they're interacting with each other off the floor, and we've had a great trip, and we're certainly not ready for it to be over.
No. The game the other day, I mean, you're down 6-7 points late in the game, and we just showed a couple of things. We showed how tough we are, mentally and physically.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that was a very much a moment where their mental and physical toughness was put to the test, and they responded better than I could possibly have imagined. I thought the whole game was extremely physical, and I thought that for the most part we were the aggressor.
Yeah.
So we're very much going to have to carry that mindset into today, because this is a very good rebounding team that we're playing. Probably the best rebounding team we've played all year.
Yeah.
So it's going to require extreme effort and extreme toughness.
Our schedule has helped us in that situation the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. I think strength of schedule is paramount once you get to the Sweet 16 or once you get to tournament time, because you've been put in adverse situations and you know what it feels like and you know how to respond and you know what decisions to make. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a reason we scheduled the way that we did to help us be ready for these moments.
Ryan, we've had a day off, which is a good thing, time to get back into shape, and that had to help us some, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We let them sleep yesterday. We stayed out of their legs, and Caitlin Gale, our head athletic trainer, she did a great job getting guys treatment and helping refresh their bodies and get them refueled. And our guys did a good job of taking care of their body from a hydration and nutrition standpoint. And we're able to get into Great Crossings High School again yesterday for a quick shoot around, and had a nice team meal, and then went and watched that 8:30 game.
Yeah.
So it was a really good day yesterday, and an opportunity for them to rest.
Okay. And, this afternoon you're playing the best team in the state of Kentucky. There's no question.
Yes, they're fantastic. They do a lot of really things well. They shoot 37% from three as a team. I don't know this for a fact, but I would say from an overall field goal percentage, they're probably top 10 in the state. They have all the pieces, all the components to be a really high octane team on both ends of the floor. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but this whole season has been a challenge for us. So why would we want it any different?
Exactly. They have lost. It's not like we're facing an Ashland team a couple of years ago is 33-0. They're 33-1. They are beatable, and it only takes one game.
Yes, and we're going to have to. There's a lot of things we're going to have to do right, but in my opinion, we're going to have to secure the basketball. We got to take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
We had 15 turnovers the other night.
Yes.
We can't do that again. We're going to have to limit our turnovers. We're going to have to rebound the basketball with the same tenacity that we did the other night, because this team has a 44% offensive rebounding rate. They go after the ball. They are one of the best offensive rebounding teams we've seen. So we're going to have to take care of it. We're going to have to rebound it, and we're going to have to hit some shots. That's the bottom line. When you get to this moment, when you get to the Elite Eight, you're going to have to hit shots if you want to advance. So if we go 3 for 3 in those categories, then when that fourth quarter rolls around, we're going to be right there.
Okay.
And I think that if we can keep this within a close possession game, then we're going to have a chance to win and advance. But you can't go 2 for 3 in those categories. You can't go 1 for 3. We got to go 3 for 3. We got to take care of it. We got to rebound it, and we got to hit some shots. And I trust that we can do all 3 of those.
And I don't know, of those 3, I don't know, maybe shooting is our best. We didn't shoot it well the other night. We're very capable of shooting much, much better.
Yes, we didn't shoot the ball well the other night. And, as far as tonight goes, they are going to pressure us in the full court. So shot selection is also going to be very important. We got to make sure that we're taking the right shot at the right time. We don't want to be rushed. We don't want to be out of control or out of rhythm when we take that shot, because if we do, that's going to turn into transition opportunities for them on the other end. So it's shot selection fits right in there with your transition defense and taking care of the basketball. Those are all kind of intertwined.
Okay. Got to get off to a good start. We can't dig ourselves a hole early.
No, we definitely don't want to do that, especially against a team with this much firepower. They can really get away with it if they jump out ahead early. So we're going to have to make sure. And I think the most important thing with that is rebounding the basketball.
Okay.
If we come out and we allow them second and third chance opportunities early in the game, then that's when they jump ahead early. So we just have to. I cannot emphasize rebounding enough with this group, because they're long, they're athletic, and they're strong. They've got some big physical kids. The Cade Unsold kid, he's probably about 6'4", 6'5", 200 plus, and he knows how to throw that body around. So we're going to have to be extremely physical.
All right. Well, we've gone over the keys. Now let's go out and win one. Good luck.
Thank you, Dickie. Appreciate it.
Okay. Coach Ryan Bonner, the Tomcats, back in a moment on B97.
eBay's authenticators are all about keeping it real. Sneakers, watches, handbags, and jewelry. The details inspected, the fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Måneskin is headed to iHeartland on Roblox. For 2 days only, catch music from their new album Rush, including a performance of The Loneliest. Head to the house of NYX Professional Makeup and try on 3 makeup looks for your avatar. Looks available now, only on Roblox. Don't miss Måneskin in iHeartland, presented by NYX Professional Makeup. Friday, March 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Learn more at iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland.
Keeping your kids safe is a full-time job. Whether it's putting on outlet covers, installing child gates, or gluing down your priceless vase. So Duracell made one part of childproofing simple. Our lithium coin batteries are the only ones coated in a non-toxic bitterant to help discourage swallowing. Your kid is safer, and you've got one less thing to worry about. Or glue down. Duracell, engineered for more. Available in 2032, 2025, and 2016 sizes.
Now, back to the Tomcats pregame show on B97.
Coach Unseld, this afternoon, it's the quarterfinals, and you've been here before. It's always good to get back to the tournament number one and win some games.
It is always good. Kids are comfortable. They're focused and locked in. We got really guard tonight and today, and just see what happens.
How much does it help? And I'm sure being here last year and going all the way to the championship.
I think it helps. I think it helps them being comfortable, because you get out on the floor, those lights are brighter than anywhere you play.
Yeah.
And then, just being able to make shots early and just finding a rhythm, that was good for us.
All right. The other night, I'm sure it wasn't a perfect game, and most coaches, but you really put on quite a show. Your team really played well, I thought.
Yeah, they did. We really guarded in the first half. I think we eased up a little bit in the second half, but we talked about that. But other than that, man, I was proud with the effort. You know, they shared the ball, and they really did what I wanted them to do defensively.
What is so pleasing about this basketball team to you?
How unselfish they are, and how much they enjoy being around each other. They love being around each other, and that makes a great basketball team.
Yes, it does. All right. What area of the game maybe you say, hey, we got to get a little get better? You know, we're down to the quarterfinals of the state.
Well, you know what? We got to do a better job. Well, we do a great job of locking in, playing 32 minutes of defense. You know, against a team like we're playing today who shoots it the way they do, we got to find the three-point line. We got to find the shooters, use our length, and limit them to one shot.
Okay. Talk about Ashland. You mentioned their shooting, and you got to be able to shut down their good shooters, I guess.
Well, you know, you got Carter and I think it's DeBoard, both great guys off the bounce. So if you overhelp, they find those guys outside who can shoot the ball. So we got to be great with our one-on-one defense, keeping the ball in front of us, not forcing a lot of help, and being able to locate the shooters.
And I'm sure you'd like to. Owensboro was pretty successful turning Ashland over the other night, so that might come into play as well.
Yeah, if it needs to be, you know, I'm sure that too, you know, had to do with jitters as well before Ashland, because they settled down after that. But I think, you know, we'll play the way we play, see what we can get done, and see if we can force some turnovers and get some easy buckets. If not, we got to sprint back and not gamble and play solid and keep the shooters in front of us.
All right. Well, it's always a pleasure. Congratulations on getting here. Good luck today.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Coach Unseld. Back in a moment here on B97.
Hey! eBay's authenticators are all about keeping it real. Sneakers, watches, handbags, and jewelry. The details inspected, the fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Entresto, sacubitril valsartan tablets, is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It's a prescription medicine that treats adults with long-lasting heart failure and works better when the heart cannot pump a normal amount of blood to the body.
Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. Don't take with aliskiren or within 36 hours of taking an ACE inhibitor. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Angioedema is swelling of your face, lips, tongue, and throat that may cause death. If it causes difficulty breathing, get emergency help.
Ask your doctor about Entresto. To learn more, visit support.entresto.com or call 833-446-6699. For pricing, visit Entresto.com/cost. If you can't afford your medication, Novartis may be able to help.
It's time for Ashland Tomcats basketball on B97. Now here's the voice of the Tomcats, Dickie Martin.
Welcome back to K-Woods Court here in Lexington, Kentucky at the Rupp Arena. It's Tomcat basketball this afternoon as the Tomcats into the quarterfinals of the Kentucky State High School Basketball Tournament, the 105th edition. And the Tomcats this afternoon taking on the top-ranked, once defeated Dragons of Warren Central. This tournament got underway on Wednesday afternoon, and we had 2 games. Elizabethtown sending McCracken County home 48-44, and Woodford County defeating Jeffersontown 60-57 in overtime to get to the quarterfinals. Then Wednesday night, Warren Central blasted Pulaski County 80-55, while Ashland was hanging on for a 66-65 win over Owensboro. Those 2 teams meeting in the quarterfinals today. Thank you, Tim Stevens from the Herald-Dispatch. You're a good man, you know that. And then on yesterday, 4 first-round games. It was Lexington Frederick Douglass defeating Martin County 73-53. And Louisville Mayo defeating Breathitt County 94-59. Those 2 teams play tonight at 6 in one quarterfinal matchup. The other quarterfinal matchup will pit Lyon County, a 61-46 winner over Newport, against Clark County, the defending state champion, 62-54 winners over North Laurel. Yesterday, in a Lyon County win, Travis Perry, the junior guard from the Lions basketball program, set the all-time scoring record in Kentucky high school basketball history. King Kelly Coleman, who held that record from 1953 through 56 and beyond, was eclipsed yesterday. King Kelly scored 4,337 points in his career. Yesterday, Travis Young hit a free throw in the third quarter to give him 4,338 as he eclipsed King Kelly Coleman. So that record has stood since 1956. So that's the way that is. I thought I'd throw that in for you. 4 quarterfinals today. It'll be Elizabethtown as they have lost to Woodford County 59-48. The Woodford County Yellow Jackets now 22-12. They're into the semifinals tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And then our quarterfinal game here with Warren Central and Ashland. Later tonight, Lexington, Douglas, and Louisville Mayo, and then Lyon County and Clark County. So that's the way things will go. Both teams have been called to their benches. We'll have the playing of our national anthem and then the starting lineups as these two basketball teams get ready to do battle in the first quarterfinal matchup, or second quarterfinal matchup of the day. Tomcats will be in maroon today with white trim and numerals. They are the visitors, while the Warren Central Dragons are in an all-white with a navy blue trim, numerals, and lettering. So that's the way that'll go. Now we'll get our playing of our national anthem.
Remove your caps as we pay tribute to America with our national anthem recorded by the Butler County High School Choir under the direction of Travis Lowe.
Our national anthem as performed by the Butler County High School Choir from down around the Owensboro area. And now let's look at starting lineups. First of all, for the Dragons of Warren Central, 33-1. They're riding a 24-game win streak. They'll start Demarion Walkup, a 6'4 senior. 12 points, 5 rebounds a game. Then Isaiah Villaforte, a 5'11 senior at 150 pounds, averaging 9.5 points and 2 rebounds a game. Cade Unsel, the coach's son, he will start at a wing, 6'5 junior at 210 pounds, averaging 16 points and 7.5 rebounds. Omari Glover, a 6'3 senior at 200 pounds, at 10 points and 7 rebounds. And Chappelle Whitney, a 6'4 senior at 205, averaging 16.8 and 7.8 rebounds. So 4 of their 5 starters are averaging in double figures, and the 5th is at 9.5. That's pretty good balanced scoring, and they're a very, very good basketball team. They got to the state tournament beating Greenwood in the district 76-45, then Bowling Green 75-56. In the 4th region tournament, defeated Franklin Simpson 73-28, Warren East 81-45, and Bowling Green again in the finals 52-50. Tomcats today will go with their Iron 5, 23-11, and riding a 4-game win streak. Xander Carter, 6'4", sophomore at 175 for the Cats today. They turned those lights off again, so I got to wait just a minute. I got to turn my flashlight on my phone so I can read. 6'4", sophomore, 175, averaging 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Asher Atkins, a 6'3", junior at 180, 6 points and our leading rebounder at 6.5. Tucker Conway, a 6'2", senior at 170, 8 points and 2 rebounds and an assist. Race DeBoard, a 6'1", senior at 170, 17 points, 3 rebounds and 5 assists. And Tristan Davis, a 6'3", senior at 170, 8 points and 5 rebounds a game for the Tomcats is the way they'll go. Ashland's got to shoot it well today. They normally shoot about 38% behind the arc. They've got to do that and even more today to win this basketball game. And Warren Central is a good shooting team, 51% from the field, 37% from behind the arc. Warren Central, very physical, athletic basketball team, but we have faced many of those, but probably nobody as good as this team. Well, the crowd here for Ashland, wait till they turn the lights back on. I'll tell you how many we got. The cheerleaders are here, the band are here. I know that. I've seen them. Our student section is not bad. And we got a few fans scattered throughout the student section. But all in all, I got to say I'm still a little bit disappointed in the fan turnout from Ashland. I know my daughter's here somewhere.
Your officials are Trey Hargrove, Kyle Stewart, and Michael Stokes.
All right, our officials for this afternoon's contest. 2 of them are rookies, and I'm not real fond of either one of them. Trey Hargrove, Kyle Stewart, and Michael Stokes are officials here this afternoon. Warren Central in white, Tomcats in maroon. The Cats will be going right to left on your dial. We had about a 14,500 attendance last night. Woodford County in the game just completed brought everybody in their county. I mean, everybody. And I would say we'll approach 14,000 here this afternoon, even though many of the Woodford County fans have left. All right, ready for tip-off in this quarterfinal matchup. The winner gets to the semifinals tomorrow morning at 11. Carter will go up for the Cats at 6'4", and it'll be walk-up going for Warren Central, also at 6'4". Thank my good friend Tim Stevens from the Herald-Dispatch. He went and got me something to drink. All right, Warren Central controls the tip, and Villaforte has it, brings it across the line. Tomcats going to open up in a man-to-man defense. Villaforte gets it over to Whitney, back to Villaforte, to the near side to walk up, now to Unseld. Around the horn it goes to Villaforte. 5'11" senior going to reset the offense with Ashland in their 2-3 zone. Just stands and bounces between the rings, near side to Unseld, down low. Putting the shot up and in is Whitney as they got behind the 2-3. 2-0. Warren Central inbounds DeBoard. DeBoard has it from Atkins. Warren Central's going to pressure. They're in a 2-2-1 zone press. DeBoard throws it ahead to Conway. Conway in forecourt throws it away. First turnover and not a good sign. Here comes Warren Central with it. Glover's got it in the corner now to Unseld. Out front, he'll let go with a 3 ball. It's 5-0. We're not off to the start we needed to be. Tomcats in the pressure defense. Xander Carter will bring it up floor as he'll go up against Walkup. Back and forth as he zigzags across the line. A minute in, Warren Central leading 5-0. Here's DeBoard with it out front. He'll penetrate, take it inside the arc, give it over to Conway. He'll launch a long 3. Good. That'll help get you back in the ball game. 2-point game at 5-3. Here comes Walkup in a hurry. Tomcats back in their 2-3 zone. Back out on top to Villaforte. Villaforte just directing traffic as he stands between the circles. Left side to Walkup. Walkup goes down low. Glover's got an easy one inside. Missed the shot, but they're going to call a foul. And that one's going to be on Asher Atkins, his first. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Didn't look like much of a foul there, but at the line will be Glover. He'll shoot 2, a 69% free throw shooter. Push the first one up. It's a brick. Warren Central leading 5-3. We're a minute and a half into this basketball game. Omari Glover up and good with that one. 6-3, Warren Central inbounds to DeBoard against Warren Central's 2-2-1 zone press. Carter lobs it back to DeBoard. DeBoard back to Carter. Across the line he comes. Carter will take it into the top of the key. Jump pass near side to DeBoard. DeBoard goes up against Glover, takes him out for another three. Got it. We're going to have to shoot those bad boys today, and we're going to have to make them. We got our first tie at 6. Warren Central with the basketball. If we can continue that torrid shooting, we can hang with them for a while. Here's Glover out to Villaforte. Villaforte looks and taken away. Oh, they're going to say it was kicked by Conway. It'll stay with Warren Central. 6-6 game, 5:53 left to go. Warren Central went out to a 5-0 lead. The Tomcats have outscored them 6-1. Villaforte near side to Unseld. Down low, inside out Villaforte in the corner to walk up. Back out on top to Villaforte. Penetrates, goes down low. Here's Glover to Whitney. He puts it off the glass and in. Whitney's got 4, and it's 8-6. Warren Central by 2 at 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Carter, forecourt pass to DeBoard. DeBoard's going to race it all the way inside out. Here's Carter for a 3 in the lead. Got it. Hot dogs. I like it so far. Tomcats have their first lead at 9-8. Warren Central with the basketball. Into forecourt comes Villaforte. Left side to walk up. I hate to tell you, but we got to continue to shoot like this. We're going to miss some, but we got to hit most of them. Here's Unseld. He'll try a 3-ball. It's no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Carter and Adkins and Whitney battle for it inside. We got a foul inside. This one's going to be on Adkins again. I didn't see that one. This guy doesn't like us. That's the same official. 2 shots coming here to Whitney. Ashland leads it 9-8 with 4:55 left to go here in the first quarter play. Didn't like that at all. Shot by Whitney is good, a 76% free throw shooter. That'll tie the game at 9. Nate Freeze is going to check in. Now, Nate has been sick all night. He had the stomach bug. Asher Adkins has got to come out with his 2 fouls, but Nate's going to try and go. He's been taking IVs. He is feeling a little bit better, but Nate has been sick, so I don't know how long he can go. Shot no good. Rebound by Carter, and a foul on Warren Central this time. Going to get it on Glover, his first.
Foul is on number 13, Glover.
Trying to get it even here, ref. Checking in for Warren Central comes number 3. That's Taven Wells, a 6'6 senior. And out will go Glover. 9-9. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. DeBoard over to Carter. Carter and DeBoard playing pitch and catch as they move it up floor. DeBoard, Carter brings it across the line. Jump pass here to DeBoard. DeBoard in the corner. Had Conway open. Didn't take it. DeBoard will back it outside the arc. Warren Central man-to-man. Over on the right wing, it goes to Freeze. Freeze now to Carter, near side to Board. Fakes left, goes right. Carter, he'll drive into the paint, give it to Freeze. Open, doesn't take it. He'll take it to Tristan Davis. Davis will drive to the baseline, get it to Carter, and it's knocked away out of bounds. 4:27 to go here in the first quarter. Ashland and Warren Central tied at 9. Tomcats are 3 of 4 from the field here early. Warren Central had missed a shot. They're 3 for 3. How about that? Here comes Carter. Carter at the top of the key, near side to Conway. Conway over to DeBoard. DeBoard will stop. 19-9. Missed that one. Rebounded by Unseld. Unseld with the outlet pass. Villaforte. Villaforte in the corner now to Wells. Wells back out on top to Villaforte. Over to Unseld. He'll try another 3. No good. And they're going to call foul. This is the same guy. I don't like this guy. That foul's going to be on DeBoard, his first. And 3 shots coming here to Unseld. What was that all about? That was a poor call. This guy's, he needs help. Unseld, a 73% free throw shooter. Puts the first one up. It's good. 10-9. Warren Central back out on top. Gives us our second lead change. 2 more coming for Cade Unseld. It's up. It's good. 11-9. For Warren Central coming in, Malik Jefferson, a 6'5 senior. And out will go Whitney. 1 more for Cade Unseld. It's up and it's good. Got 3 free throws. And it's 12-9. Warren Central. Here comes DeBoard up to Carter. Carter races up the far sideline into forecourt. In the corner to Freeze. Freeze back out to Carter. Carter's going to drive around Unseld. Inside out to Davis. Bad pass to turnover, now headed out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tomcats, so not a turnover yet. Timeout for Warren Central. 3:49 to go in the first. It's Warren Central 12, Ashland 9. Here on B97.
eBay's authenticators are all about keeping it real. Sneakers, watches, handbags, and jewelry. The details inspected, the fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with the new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Dale, who are you? I'm you. I'm Future Dale. Navy Federal Credit Union sent me. Listen, your future depends on something important. Like saving the world? No, I said your future, not the future. You need to start saving with Navy Federal so you can buy your dream house.
With savings resources, no monthly fees, and accounts for your every need, you can plan for your future at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Back into play. Villaforte's got it. Ashland's gone man-to-man. Unseld. Villaforte. He'll back out. He'll try 3 of his own. In and out, no good. Rebounded, though, by Jefferson. He'll give it down the lane to Unseld and put it up and in. He got the trailer, and it's 14-9. Warren Central by 5 equals their biggest lead. In forecourt, Freeze. Now to Davis. Back to Freeze at the high post. He gives to Conway. Conway with it out between the rings. Near side to Carter. Carter to Davis, to Carter, down to Freeze. He got a backdoor easy bucket. 14-11. Ashland's trimmed the lead to 3. Here comes Villaforte. He'll go down to Jefferson. He bounces it off his leg, picks it up inside out to Unseld. In the corner, here's Jefferson for a triple. No good. Rebound tipped around. Davis goes and gets it for Ashland. He's in a hurry as he splits the defenders into forecourt. Gets it to Carter. Carter out front to the board. 14-11. Warren Central. 2:30 left to go here in the first quarter. DeBoard to Conway. Conway in the corner now to Davis. Davis looking back to DeBoard here on the near wing. Warren Central man-to-man. DeBoard back over to Conway. Ashland going to be a little bit more deliberate on the offensive end. I can't blame him. Lob it in the corner. Freeze open for a 3 in the tie. Missed it. Rebounded. A long rebound by Villaforte. Villaforte wins the forecourt to Unseld. He'll take it right to the bucket and run over Freeze. And the call block. First foul on Freeze, and the foul's terribly uneven here in the early going. 4 on Warren Central, or Ashland, 1 on Warren Central. 2:02 to go in the first quarter. It is 14-11. Warren Central leads Ashland here on B97.
Madame Dupree, tell me what my future holds.
I see good fortune if you switch to T-Mobile.
Wait, do you also work for T-Mobile?
Well,
the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus is here at T-Mobile. Free on our Max plan when you switch. No trade-in required.
With eligible port-in, $800 via 24 monthly bill credits and $200 virtual prepaid card rebate, plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Register prepaid card code within 30 days. Allow 8 weeks. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Is it acceptable to go to Mickey D's just for a drink? Of course it is. But good luck leaving with just a drink. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. The day just hits different when you've got an ice-cold drink from Mickey D's in your hand. And right now, you can enjoy any size iced tea or any size soft drink for only $1.29. Price and participation may vary.
Your home of the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, the crowd for Ashland has picked up. We didn't have much time between games, so all the Woodford County fans had to exit the gym, and that didn't give Ashland fans much time to get back inside. But I see a few more friendly faces.
The vaccine champion for Kentucky today.
Tomcats here in the early going, 4 of 6 for 66%. Warren Central, 4 of 7 for 57. The Cats are 3 of 5 behind the arc. Warren Central 1 of 4. Rebounding 4 for Warren Central, just 1 for the Cats. And the Tomcats have 2 turnovers. Unseld will put it in play underneath this bucket on the far side. Ashland will go man-to-man. As we begin, Braxton Jennings, by the way, is checked in for Ashland. Glover back in for Warren Central. They lob it way out front, and it goes into backcourt, and that's over and back. The player touched it in forecourt and went into backcourt, and they didn't call it. What's wrong with these officials? They're god-awful. They're supposed to be state tournament officials. It's terrible. I can call over and back. Villaforte's got it around the arc, gives it straight away now to Glover down the lane. Missed the shot. Rebound Jennings. Jennings to DeBoer. The Cats are running. 4 on 3. DeBoer in the corner. Davis for 3 in the tie. Way short. Rebound tipped around. Unseld had it. And we got a whistle. And somebody lost a shoe. And that will be Warren Central's player. That will be Glover. Minute 27 to go in the first quarter. Warren Central leads it 14-11. They've got the ball as Villaforte will bring it in. Jennings to board, Carter, Freeze, and Davis for the Cats. With it out front, Villaforte. Tomcats back in their 2-3 zone as Villaforte will stand and dribble on top of the UK logo. He'll just stand and dribble. Bring it to the near side now to Glover. Glover back out on top to Unseld. Back to the near side, Glover. Penetrates, comes back out on the dribble. Behind the back. Stops, goes down low. In the paint, Whitney, and he lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Ashland. We ain't got call 1 yet. We have not had a call yet. I guess these guys... Never mind. Villaforte to put it in, brings it into Whitney. He's wide open inside as they ran the wheel, and he gets an easy one. 16-11. Warren Central by 5, equals their biggest. Here's Carter with it in backcourt, brings it across the line with a pass to Jennings, drives the baseline. To Freeze from 5 feet, got it. Freeze cuts the lead, back down to 3, 40 seconds to go in the period. Here comes Villaforte. Villaforte, inside out Whitney for a triple. It's no good. Rebounded though by Glover, right back up. He missed it. Rebounded by Ashland, and it's knocked away. It'll stay with the Tomcats. 29 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Walkup checks back in for Warren Central, and Tucker Conway will check back in for the Tomcats. Ashland down 3 with 29 seconds to go. Jennings will bring it in play underneath the Warren Central bucket. He looks, brings it into DeBoer, races up the far sideline. With the left hand, got the numbers 3 on 2. Conway for 3. Yeah, won't go. It hung but fell. Off. Here comes Walkup in a hurry, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Boy, nice move by Walkup. 18-13, 12 seconds to go. Inbounds it'll come to Carter. Carter in a hurry. In backcourt to Jennings at 7. Jennings will bring it across the timeline at 6. He's going to dribble it in at 3. He doesn't realize how much time. Carter from downtown won't draw iron. At the end of one period of play, it's Warren Central 18 and Ashland 13 here on B97.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Ooh, nice iPhone 14 Pro.
I love it. I switched to T-Mobile and got an iPhone 14 Pro on them. You're with T-Mobile, right?
Well...
Oh, and I got Apple TV Plus included. We love Ted Lasso. Do you get all of that?
Well...
Switch to T-Mobile with eligible trade-in on our Max plan and get iPhone 14 Pro and Apple TV Plus on us.
Phone with 24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling to continue credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. Apple TV Plus up to $4.99 value. See T-Mobile.com.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, it's 18-13. Warren Central leads after one period of play. The Tomcats hitting 5 of 9 from the field. Good shooting, 55. Warren Central 6 of 11. Also good shooting at 55. Cats are 3 of 7 behind the arc for 43%. Warren Central 1 of 5. Rebounding, we're getting killed 6-3. And Warren Central with no turnovers, and the Tomcats have 2. And the officiating at this point is bad. It will be Tomcat basketball. No, yeah, it will be. Warren Central will send out Villaforte along with Wells, Unseld, Walkup, and Whitney. For the Cats, will come with Conway DeBoard, Carter Freeze, and Jennings. Atkins on the bench in foul trouble with 2. Jennings will inbound it on the far side of midcourt. Got to stay within striking distance. Can't get blown out of here. All right, Jennings into Carter. Warren Central man-to-man. Xander will stand and dribble on top of the Sweet 16 logo. Give to DeBoard. Now to Conway. Back over to DeBoard. DeBoard looks things over in the corner to Jennings. Jennings back out to DeBoard. Swing it near side to Conway. Conway back over to DeBoard. DeBoard will stand on top of the Sweet 16 logo. Now he'll penetrate to the elbow. All the way down the lane and gets fouled. Finally, we got a foul. This one's going to be on Wells, his first. Only the team's second. It'll be Ashland basketball underneath the bucket near side. It will be DeBoard to inbounds it. DeBoard lobs it into Jennings. Jennings way out top. Gives to Carter. Xander will go to work down to the baseline cutoff. Straight away to Conway. Back to Carter. Carter looking. Back out to Conway. He's moved way out front. Now to DeBoard. DeBoard will penetrate to the top of the key. Stand and dribble between the rings. Ashland down by 5. Nobody scored in the quarter. DeBoard inside out to Carter. He'll take it down the lane. Push it up. No good. Short. Got his own rebound. Gets nailed and knocked to the floor. No call. And a turnover. Here comes Warren Central the other way. All the way Unseld's going to shoot a 3, and we're going to have an offensive foul. There's nothing but a get-even call right there. They know they missed it on the other end. The foul is on Walkup, his first. You hate it when they make it up on the other end after they knew they blew it. That was no foul. That's terrible. This guy's bad. 18-13, Warren Central by 5. We played him into the second quarter. Inbounds to Board up the far sideline. Beats his defender, 3-on-2. Stops near the elbow to Jennings. Straight away 3 ball by Braxton. Good. He drained that bad boy. Within 2 at 18-16. Here comes Villaforte now to Unseld. Back to Villaforte. Villaforte will bracket back out on top of the logo. Give to Unseld down low. Whitney's got it in the paint. Spins, turns off the glass. Got another one. Whitney has 9 of Warren Central's 20. They lead it by 4. Freeze to Carter. Deflected away out of bounds by Walkup. It'll stay with Ashland. 6:30 left to go in the first half. Ashland trailing by 4, 20-16. Glover checks back in for Warren Central, and out will go Wells.
He replaces number 3, Tay Wells.
DeBoard will put it in play at the hash mark. Give it to Freeze. Backdoor to Carter down the lane. Scoops it up and in. 20-18. Ashland has trimmed the lead to 2. 6:20 to go in the half. Right side Unseld. Unseld looking. Holds it high above his head. Gets to Villaforte. Villaforte down low. Inside out to Whitney. Down the lane. Has it knocked away. Basketball loose. And Warren Central will keep it as Carter was the last to touch it. 6:08 to go in the half. It'll be Dragon basketball underneath their bucket on the far side. And Villaforte will put it in play. He slaps and looks and brings it into Whitney. Whitney along the right baseline against Freeze. Battles it and gives it to Glover. Glover will push it up. It's going to roll in. 22-8. DeBoard into, Jennings into DeBoard over to Carter. Across into forecourt he comes. Splits the defenders with a pass to Jennings. Back to Carter. 5:45 to go in the half. Here's Carter. Goes inside out at the Freeze to DeBoard. DeBoard will step up. Give it to Conway. Swing it near side to Jennings. Back out to DeBoard. DeBoard looking at 5.5 to go. He pushes it down the paint, inside out to Freeze. He'll try a 3, missed it. It came off. Rebounded by DeBoard. He'll have it knocked away. Basketball loose on the floor. Carter digs it out of there, gives it to DeBoard for a straightaway 3. Got it. Attaboy, Ray. Show him who's boss. Cats within 1, 22-21. Here comes Warren Central. Villaforte gives it to high post to Whitney at the elbow. Ashland in their zone. Whitney down the lane, pushes it up, and Freeze fouls him. For Nate, that's his second. And at the line will go Whitney to shoot two. He's 1 of 2 from there today. Warren Central leading it 22-21, 5:07 to go in the half. We haven't gotten a call. Well, we got one call because it was a get even call. The official felt so bad he had to get even on the other end. Whitney makes the first free throw to make it 23-21 Warren Central. One more for Whitney. He's got 10 on the afternoon, make it 11.
In the game for Warren Central is number 2.
Wells, nope, that is Jefferson back in for Warren Central, and Whitney will get a breather. Warren Central back out by 3, one possession game, 24-21. Jennings into Carter. Carter against their man-to-man pressure. They'll trap from time to time, but not this time. Carter will bring it across. Central, near side to DeBoard. DeBoard at 4:55 will stand and hold it. Cross court to Conway. Conway back to DeBoard. They set the high pick and roll from him. He'll roll around to the right side and go around the arc to the right. Now come back to the near side and give it in the corner to Jennings. Braxton will stand and dribble. Give it over to DeBoard, to Conway in the corner to Freeze. Freeze back out to Conway, now to DeBoard. He penetrates down into the paint, puts his shot up, got fouled. Yep, there we go. A late call, but we got it. My God, he mugged him. Foul is going to be on Unseld, his first.
That's his first.
Warren Central has shot 9 free throws. You know how many the Tomcats have shot? 0. DeBoard gets 2 here. 9-0 in free throw shooting. DeBoard makes it. About time we got a call. 24-22. Officiating bad. And Warren Central shot 9 free throws to Ashland's 2. DeBoard up. Good. Cats within 1. Timeout Ashland. 4:32 to go in the half. Cats within 1 here on B97.
eBay's authenticators are all about keeping it real. Sneakers, watches, handbags, and jewelry. The details inspected. The fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Your home of the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Unseld will try a 3 out of the timeout, and he just swished it. Unseld's second 3 to give Warren Central a 4-point lead at 27-23. Inbounds to Carter. Carter against Jefferson, back and forth in backcourt. He'll bring it up the middle of the floor, cross into forecourt against Jefferson. Stop on the UK logo and give it to DeBoard. DeBoard around the arc to the right side. Warren Central really plays great man-to-man. Now to Carter. Carter penetrates, can't shoot. Gets it to DeBoard. DeBoard will penetrate through the lane to Freeze, and a bad pass taken away by Warren Central. Turnover Ashland, and then Jennings re-steals it. Ahead to DeBoard. Numbers. He goes to the bucket, lays it in. 27-25. Ashland stays within 2. Here comes Unseld at 3:25 of the first half. Unseld gets it to Villaforte. Now to Glover. Glover back out on top to Villaforte. Redirecting the offense. Ashland's gone back to their 2-3 zone. Villaforte. Turnaround by Glover in the paint and inside out and back in. They're getting the shots and getting the rolls. 29-25. Inbounds to Conway. Conway in backcourt against Unseld. Runs him up the far sideline. Stop gives it to Carter. Carter with the basketball, stands on top of the UK logo at 2:50 to go here in the half. Carter with a high pick and roll with Freeze, rins it near side to DeBoard. DeBoard against Walkup. He'll penetrate and back it back out. Penetrate again, lose a handle on it. It's off on the floor, and another Tomcat turnover. That's 5. Here comes Jefferson down the lane. The trailer, he'll get an easy one. And Warren Central now has their biggest lead at 6 at 31-25. Tomcat basketball in backcourt. With it is Carter. He has trouble finding help, and Ashland will call timeout. Quick 30-second timeout for the Tomcats. Nope, it'll be a full timeout. 2:25 left to go. It is 31-25. Warren Central leads it by 6. And it will go nope, they're going to keep it are they going to keep it a full or a 30? I'm not sure the officials know either. I can just tell you. I think they called it a full timeout. Because both teams are sitting. So that means it's a full timeout, but it's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it since the timeout's 3/4 of the way over. Ashland trailing 31-25. They led once at 9-8. Have been within striking distance the whole game. We've had a couple of lead changes, but now they find their biggest deficit at 6 at 31-25. So they'll have the basketball when play resumes as Carter got in trouble in backcourt handling against the Warren Central pressure. They're just so quick and athletic. They double-teamed Carter in a hurry, and he was in trouble. Didn't want to give up a turnover. Ashland has 5 of those today. Warren Central has but 2. Warren Central still shooting it well. 11 of 16, 68%. Ashland's 9 of 15 for 60. Inbounds to DeBoard. DeBoard will move it up floor. 2:20 left to go here in the first half. Down by 6. Cats need a bucket. Right side to Carter. Carter in the wing and fouled and pushed by Jefferson, his first. I think the officials are feeling sorry for us a little bit now because they knew they stunk it up the first quarter and a half. 2:15 left to go here in the half. Timeout on the floor. Warren Central 31, Ashland 25 here on B97.
At Amica, home insurance comes with empathy. That means we know the most important part of the home is the family inside it. Amica, empathy is our best policy.
I can count on Cartier, Rolex, Gucci, Prada, Jordan, Adidas, Bottega Veneta. At eBay, it's real, or it's getting the fake out. Our team of luxury authenticators are making sure you never get faked over again. Watches inspected by watch experts. Sneakers checked by legit sneakerheads. Handbags examined by handbag connoisseurs, and jewelry in the scopes of expert gemologists. The details inspected, the fakes rejected. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal with eBay's authenticity guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit eBay.com for terms.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with the new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, the Tomcats are hanging right in there, trailing by 6. 31-25, 2:15 to go in the first half. It'll be Tomcat basketball when play resumes. And they're throwing ice cream into the Tomcat cheering section down to our right, into the band section and the student section. All right, here we go. It'll be DeBoard and Conway, Carter, Davis, and Freeze for the Cats. Freeze been sick all night long, but he's logged a lot of minutes. Let me see, 11 minutes so far of the 14 we played. So he's sucking it up and doing a good job. All right, DeBoard will put it in play. Free throw line extended on the far side with the Tomcats down by 6. They need a bucket Norris way. As DeBoard will take it from the official. He looks. Brings it into Freeze. Freeze back to race DeBoard. DeBoard against Warren Central's man-to-man. Stands out front, near side to Carter. Carter's got it at the free throw line. Steps back. And puts it on the floor with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Gives to Conway now. Conway against Villaforte. Backs his way into the top of the key. Gives it back to Carter. Carter down into the wing. Gets cut off along the baseline. Driving inside out to DeBoard. DeBoard's going to go up with a 3 and missed it. Rebound is taken down by Glover. Glover in a hurry for Warren Central. Got to make a stop here. Gets it to Whitney. Whitney with the basketball. They're up by 6 in a minute 35. They're near steal by Davis. Deflected it. But right in the hands of Whitney to Glover to Villaforte. And down on the baseline it goes to Glover. Ashland back man-to-man. A 3 by Unseld. No good. Rebounded by Whitney. And now Carter ties him up. Jump ball will give it to Warren Central. A minute 24 to go in a half. Tomcats need a stop here. Down by 6. Villaforte to put it in play. Looks, and DeBoard deflects it into the hands of Conway. Turnover. Good job by Race DeBoard. Conway back to DeBoard. Now we got a shot. Now we got to score and take advantage of the mistake. Here comes DeBoard. Takes it into the paint to Carter. Carter straight away, looking, pivoting around. He'll fake left, go right, put it on the floor and give it a... Nope, going to keep it himself. Take it down into the paint. Double pumps it. Spins, goes up with a scoop shot up. Won't go. Not a good shot. Out of bounds. That belongs to Ashland with 58 seconds to go. DeBoard will put it in play for the Tomcats with Ashland trailing 31-25. DeBoard slaps and looks and lobs it into Carter. Carter over to Davis. He'll try a 3. It won't go. They're hanging, and a whistle and a foul. Nope, we lost another shoe. Oh, no foul. Warren Central loses their shoe again. Jefferson is out, and Walkup is in. Just 53 seconds to go in the half. Ashland trailing by 6, their biggest deficit. Again, the Tomcat defense called upon here. They got to get a stop. And the Cats go into a 2-3 zone. Out front is Villaforte. Villaforte over to Whitney. Whitney looking, back to Villaforte. Lob it down low, taken away by Freeze to Davis to DeBoard. DeBoard against Villaforte, lays it up and in. We got to stop when we got the bucket. Cuts it to 4. 31-27 with 25 seconds. Need another stop. Walk up to Villaforte at 21 seconds. Tomcats in that zone. Now down to 18. Villaforte dribbling out on the UK logo. High post to Whitney. Whitney spins against Freeze. Spins inside out. He goes to Walk up back down low to Glover, puts it up and in, and he got fouled. Good movement inside. Can't complain about that. And Davis picks up the foul, and the bucket and 1 here coming to Glover. 7.8 seconds to go, and again Warren Central out by 6 at 33-27. But now Glover has a chance to give him their biggest lead at 7, and he does. 3 the hard way. 34-27. Inbounds in backcourt. DeBoard having trouble. Throws it up floor, taken away. Here's Whitney. Here's Villaforte's 3 at the horn. No good. Thank God it didn't go. That would have been a dagger. Well, it's Warren Central 34 and Ashland 27 at halftime. Tomcats are within striking distance. We're hanging in there. Got to get more shots to fall and get more shots for Warren Central to miss. We'll come back in a moment here on B97.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with the new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Take your dream vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line to Europe, Alaska, the Caribbean, and more. Book today and get 50% off all cruises all over the world. Plus, enjoy free airfare for second guests, free unlimited open bar, free specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe. Feel free. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Message and data rates may apply. Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head, comb it over, wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out today because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to anyone that texts SCORE to 203-203. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad, because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part? Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let Bosley show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Text SCORE to 203-203. That's SCORE to 203-203.
It's the Tomcats halftime show on B97.
Well, things didn't start off too well for the Tomcats, and they really haven't ended well in the first half. In the middle, we're okay, but the start, the Tomcats got down 5-0, had to battle their way back, and finally overcame it. Until they tied it at 6, led it 9-8. Then Warren Central tied it at 9. And they stretched it out to as many as 5, and that's where they had the first quarter lead at 18-13. The second quarter, the Tomcats fell down by as many as 6. They cut it back to 3, but now find themselves down by 7 here at halftime, as Warren Central outscored Ashland 16-14 in that second stanza. And they did it at the foul line, let's be honest about it. Ashland's 2 of 2, Warren Central's 8 of 10. 10 free throws for Warren Central, 2 for us. They make 8, we make 2. You count it up. Officiating has not been good. 34-27, Warren Central leads Ashland here at half. We'll come back and look at the full statistic picture in just a moment. Stay with us here on B97.
Oh, Booking.com. I'm going to somewhere, anywhere. A beach house, a tree house. Honestly, I don't care.
Find the perfect vacation rental anywhere in the U.S. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Craving a relaxing getaway? Picture this. You're lying next to crystal blue waters. You close your eyes, sink your toes into the sand, and feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Ah, breathe it all in. That's the scent of the new Victoria's Secret Bombshell Isle Eau de Parfum. A blend of island coconut and sea-sprayed florals sends you straight to paradise. Experience Bombshell Isle at your local Victoria's Secret or shop it online at victoriassecret.com.
What's new with you? Let's see. Oh, you're getting a taste for something different.
I tried a muffaletta. Turns out, I like olives.
Relaxing. Far, far away from the city.
Oh, I needed this.
You needed this. Oh, and getting together with some old friends to find your new favorite band.
That show was amazing.
When you are the most you, that's when you're with Amex. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Those Motown hits took me back.
Yeah, I saw you with your two-step.
You know we have to come back to Disney Springs for live music on Thursday, right?
And Sunday after brunch.
Oh, and we can check out Art Walk again, too.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, show me that two-step again.
Disney Springs invites you to find happily whatever you're after, including music you can groove to at Motown Mondays, artwork that inspires you at Disney Springs Art Walk, and other culturally inspired experiences that will ignite your senses. Come and celebrate Black culture as you celebrate soulfully at Disney Springs.
Hit refresh during the Spring Home Sale Spectacular at JCPenney. Save 50% on bedding, bath, windows, and more from household brands like Fieldcrest and Liz Claiborne Home. Need a total spring reset? Get your family organized from floor to decor and add even more home sweet home vibes when you save an extra 30% with coupon. Stock up and spring ahead. JCPenney. Offers valid on select styles through 3/19. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
A diehard is a person who never gives up. It's a fan who always supports their team, be it a sunny or freezing day. Somebody you can trust no matter what. That's why, for over 50 years, America's most trusted auto battery is named DieHard. And they do it because it's reliability, durability, and power. Diehards choose DieHard, and they get it installed for free at Advance Auto Parts and CarQuest.
This is how we advance.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older, 52,
36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
The ketchup-stained cuffs from Burger Night. The dirt-streaked, smelly sweatpants from Tuesday's boot camp class. Not to mention the sorting. We get it. You don't have to love laundry to love Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean with Odor Blasters. Why pay more to remove tough stains and odors for a deep, hygienic clean? Laundry will always be laundry, and with a little help, you'll crush it. Arm & Hammer. More power to you.
Need weekend plans? Check out what's happening in your local Lowe's. Weekending at Lowe's gives you and your family the opportunity to make us your weekend destination. Stop by for free workshops, events, and activities for everyone to enjoy. We're getting active with fun local events like our upcoming Lowe's Bucket Ball Challenge and Kids Workshop. Visit Lowe's.com/events for our full event lineup. Count on Lowe's for all of your home improvement needs. And now, activities in your community with Weekending at Lowe's.
As if the McCrispy couldn't get any better, Bacon and Ranch just entered the chat. The Bacon Ranch McCrispy, available at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey. Måneskin is headed to iHeartland on Roblox. For 2 days only, catch music from their new album Rush, including a performance of The Loneliest. Head to the house of NYX Professional Makeup and try on 3 makeup looks for your avatar. Looks available now, only on Roblox. Don't miss Måneskin in iHeartland, presented by NYX Professional Makeup. Friday, March 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Learn more at iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland.
The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
Rip Esselstyn here. I want to welcome you to the Engine 2 Plant Strong podcast. In Season 1, I'm going to introduce you to Joe Inga, a Bronx firefighter who reached out to me to help him reclaim his health that has been spiraling out of control for the last 12 years. In response to this 911 call from a firefighting brother, I have marshaled together some of the most spectacular doctors, athletes, inspirational leaders in the plant-based space.
I'm Paul DeGelder. I'm a host on Discovery Channel's Shark Week, Army and Navy veteran from Australia, and Shark Attack survivor.
I'm JD Roth. I'm a television producer and a plant-strong man.
Chrissy Roth. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm a physical therapist, and I am plant-strong as well.
I am Dr. Caldwell B. Esselstyn Jr. I work at the Cleveland Clinic Wellness Institute. The book I wrote is called Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, and I'm Rip's father.
My name is James Wilkes. I'm the producer on the Game Changers film.
I am Dean Sherzai, the co-director of Brain Health and Alzheimer's Prevention Program in Loma Linda University.
I'm Aisha Sherzai. I'm a neurologist and co-director of the Brain Health and Alzheimer's Prevention Program at Loma Linda University.
And we're so privileged to be part of this journey with you.
My hope is that for every Joe and every Jane that's out there, this season will inspire you and inform you as you too take action and become the Plant Strong person that you were destined to be. Welcome to Plant Strong.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
with room for up to 8 and the most advanced safety features. Now through April 4th, you can get low 3.99 APR financing on a new 23 Highlander. With approved credit through TFS, excludes hybrids, and every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance included. Get complete details at buyatoyota.com. Ready, set, go get your Toyota today. Toyota, let's go places.
This week at Macy's, discover great deals on Michael Kors handbags, shoes, and more. And don't miss the semi-annual suit sale going on now. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees at Macy's. More at Macy's.com/Star Rewards.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, we hope it's a tale of two halves. 34-27. Warren Central leads Ashland here at halftime. And they've done it from the free throw line. And shooting a lot of free throws, and Ashland shot 2. Tomcats are shooting it well. We just got to get more shots off. Cats are 10 of 19 in the first half, or 52%. That's one of the things Coach Bonner and I talked about. The other was rebounding. Warren Central leads that battle 9-6 in turnovers. Tomcats have 6, Warren Central with 4, so that's not too bad. But the tale of the game is free throw shooting. Ashland was 2 of 2. Warren Central was 8 of 10. What's that tell you? Warren Central had 12 of 18 from the field for 67%. In the first game over Pulaski County, they hit 57% for the game. So they obviously get a lot of good looks. They had 12 field goals, and guess how many assists they had? 12. So every bucket they made was an assist. 5 of 11 behind the arc for Ashland. Good shooting, 45%. Got to continue that. Warren Central 2 of 7 for 29. As I told you, free throw shooting, Ashland is 2 of 2. Warren Central shot 10. We've shot 8. Rebounding, 9-6 in favor of Warren Central. And the Cats do have 9 assists on their 10 field goals, which is good. And Race to Board has 3 of those. All right, scoring for the Cats. Race to Board leads them with 12 points here at half. Adkins was scoreless. He only played 3 minutes because he got into early foul trouble. Tristan Davis was scoreless. Xander Carter with 5 points. 3 for Tucker Conway on 1 3. Got to get him some more shots. Brashton Jennings had 3 on a 3. And Nate Freeze off the bench and not feeling well, but played his heart out in 13 minutes with 4 points. For Warren Central, 2 in double figures, Chappelle Whitney with 11 points and Cade Unsel with 11. Demarion Walkup had 2. Villaforte was scoreless, but he had 4 assists. Glover had 8 points, and Jefferson had 1 for Warren Central. Not a lot of rebounds because both teams are shooting well. Warren Central especially well at 67%. And they beat us by 6 points at the foul line, and they lead it by 7. So I'll take a 34-33 score instead of 34-27. But that's not the way it works. So that's the way it is. All right, both teams are back out on the floor. Warren Central just appearing, while the Tomcats have been out for a few minutes, getting some extra shots in. Pretty good crowd on hand here at Rupp Arena at K-Woods Court. Ashland fans didn't come out like I think they should or could have. Better crowd than we had Wednesday, but still not the crowd that we're used to. Warren Central's got about the same amount. They don't have a whole heck of a lot more than we do. Probably a few more, but not too many. And the sides are not quite filled after the Woodford County crowd was here and gone. And I mean, they've got a crowd. They bring everybody in for sales in Woodford County. And they'll bring in more tomorrow because they defeated E-Town 59-48. And they're in the semifinals tomorrow morning at 11 to face the winner of this game. Of course, tomorrow, the teams will play 2. The championship is scheduled for tomorrow night at 7. The first semifinal is at 11 o'clock in the morning with the second at about 1:30. So the guy who plays in that lower bracket semifinal at 130 doesn't have much of a turnaround time. Hardly any at all. Cats go to the bench, and we're about ready for the second half. And the possession arrow will give it to Ashland, so we need a bucket to get things started right. Had that lead cut to 4 with just seconds to go, and then again another 3-point play for Warren Central. They just shoot lights out, as they have in the first game at 57%. Today they're hitting 67%. Well, maybe they'll cool off second half here and only shoot about 35 or 40, and we can get real close. Cats are in maroon today with white trim numerals and lettering, while Warren Central in their home white with navy blue trim, letters and numerals. And here we go. For the Cats, it'll be Conway, DeBoer, Davis, Adkins, and Carter. Warren Central will send out Unseld, Whitney, Glover, Villaforte, and Walkup. Davis will inbounds it. Far side at midcourt. Brings it into DeBoer, and Warren Central goes right back up into their tenacious man-to-man defense. Here comes DeBoer over to Carter to Adkins. Far side to Conway. Conway open momentarily, doesn't take it. Now to DeBoer. DeBoer's got it at the arc, spins, turns, goes into the paint, looks for a back door, nothing there. So he'll bring it back out on top and reset the offense. Goes on the far side to Conway. Conway back to the near side to Carter. Carter in the corner to DeBoer. DeBoer will launch a 3, miss it. Rebound Adkins. Adkins goes right back up and gives to Davis, who missed a gimme. Oh, that's a tough one to miss, but he did. Here comes Walkup into forecourt, and he ran right over Davis. That's a charge on Walkup, his second personal foul, and a Warren Central turnover, their 5th. So we got it right back. Down by 7, 30 seconds into the third quarter. Davis will bring it in to DeBoer. DeBoer in backcourt against Villaforte. They're picking up all over the floor. Really get up in you. Near side to Davis. Davis looking, pivoting around near the arc on the near side. Gives to Carter. Carter around the arc to the left side. The sophomore backs it out against Unseld. They'll set the high pick and roll. And Carter will take it down to the baseline, get cut off, and bring it back out on the dribble. On the far side to DeBoer. DeBoer will take it into the paint. Double pump it into the corner to Adkins. He'll drive the baseline. Reverse layup won't go. We missed some good shots inside. Can't get it to go. Here comes Walkup down the lane. He'll miss the stuff. Rebounded by DeBoer. 3-on-2. DeBoer all the way to the hole. He'll lay it up. He got it. Cats pull within 5 at 34-29. Here comes Glover. Glover to Villaforte. Ashland back in their 2-3 zone. Villaforte just dribbling out on top of the midcourt stripe. Stands and holds it. Goes right side to Walkup. Walkup back to Unseld. Unseld will just stand and hold it. And look and give it to Glover. Glover in the corner. Here's Villaforte for a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Carter. Cats down 5. Got the numbers again. 3-on-2. DeBoer down the left wing. All the way to the hole. Lays it up and in. Cats 4-0 out of the gate. And they've cut it to 3 at 34-31. Here comes Villaforte down the lane. Scoop shot up. It'll go. His first bucket of the day to make it 36-31. 5:50 to go here in the third. Here comes DeBoer over to Carter. Carter against Walkup. Goes into the paint. Gets tied up and stripped. Turnover Ashland. Here comes Warren Central. Villaforte has it taken away by Carter. Turnover Warren Central. Here come the Tomcats with it. Down by 5. 5.5 to go in the third. Zander brings it up floor to race DeBoer. DeBoer gives it back to Carter. Carter will pull up at the arc. Now take it down the lane. He puts the shot up blocked. Rebounded by Walkup. Walkup Villaforte. Back to Walkup down the lane. He'll lay it in. 39 or 38-31. Again, that 7-point lead equals their biggest for the Dragons. Here comes DeBoer with it. DeBoer angles it toward the near side. Looks things over. Stops. Kills his dribble. Needs some help. Finds it in Adkins. He'll spin, turn. Take it to the bucket. Lay it up. Miss another gimme. Rebound by Davis. He has it knocked away. Ball loose. Now Davis will dig it out of there and give it to Conway. Conway gives it back to Davis. Missing some good looks inside are the Tomcats. Here's DeBoard with it. DeBoard, top of the key, around the arc to the near side. Steps back, penetrates, inside out. Carter for a 3-ball. Back of the tab, no. Rebound tipped around and gathered in by Glover. Warren Central with a 7-point lead in the ball. Here comes Villaforte. Villaforte brings it across the 10-second stripe and gives to Glover, and the Tomcats will settle back in their 2-3. Down low to Whitney, spins, turns. He missed a gimme. Rebounded by Atkins. Here comes DeBoard. Races up the near floor. Here's DeBoard all the way to the bucket. He has it stripped going in there. Another Tomcat turnover. Here comes Warren Central. Villaforte gives to Walkup. Lays it up. He missed a gimme. Got his rebound. Puts it up. Missed another gimme. Rebound and a foul. And this one's going to be on Ashland, I think. 21. That's DeBoard. That's his second. Whitney will be at the foul line for Warren Central. They lead it by 7 midway through the third quarter. Whitney at the foul line today is 3 for 4. So this is free throws number 10 and 11 number 11 and 12. While Ashland has 2, and he made it. Makes it 39-31, gives Warren Central their biggest lead of the day at 8. Jennings and Freeze in. Davis and somebody else comes out. That will be Conway for Ashland. At the line, Whitney to shoot one more. Whitney on the day, looking for point number 13, and he got it. 5 of 6 from the foul line. 40-31, Warren Central now leads it by 9. Don't want to get it into double digits, I can tell you that. Not that deficit. Here comes DeBoard against Warren Central's full court man-to-man. DeBoard brings it across the timeline. He'll take it, give it to Carter. Carter back over to DeBoard. DeBoard bobbles it again, basketball loose. Saves it on the far side, gives to Carter, near side to Jennings. Jennings against Villaforte, back over to DeBoard. DeBoard will penetrate, can't shoot. Lobs it back to Jennings. Jennings will spin, turn, and bring it back out on top. Give it to Xander Carter. Carter back over to DeBoard on the far side. Ryan Bonner's throwing out another play. Here's DeBoard with it. 3:20 to go in the third. Down 9. DeBoard stands and dribbles, and we got a foul on Jefferson. They're holding Carter. His second personal foul. It's a common foul. Tomcats will keep it with 3:19 to go in the third. But they trail it by 9 at 40-31. Trailed by 7 at half. Got out a good start, 4-0, and cut the lead down to 3, but Warren Central answers the challenge. Here's Adkins now to DeBoard. DeBoard makes his moves, penetrates to the free throw line. To Jennings to Adkins in the corner on the far side. Cross court to Carter. Carter will stand back over to DeBoard. DeBoard makes his move, penetrates into the paint, inside out to Freeze. Freeze will go to Carter straight away. Carter with a high pick and roll goes into the lane and gets stripped. Warren Central with it. Down the other way, Villaforte lays it up. He missed it. Rebounded by the Tomcats. Jennings to Freeze. Tomcats down 9. Jennings ahead to DeBoard. 2-on-1. DeBoard to the bucket. Inside out to Carter. He'll try a 3. Got it. Attaboy. 40-34. Cats within 6 with 2.5 to go here in the third. Here is Glover. Glover to Unseld. Unseld now gives it to Villaforte and back to Glover. Glover straight away between the rings. Back to the near side, Villaforte. Back out on top. High post now to walk up. Inside out to Unseld. Back to the near side to the baseline. Down the lane, walk up. He walked with it. Puts it up anyway. Missed everything. Rebounded by Atkins. Here come the Tomcats. Down by 6. DeBoard's got it, and he went over and back. He sure did. It was a bad pass by Atkins. Another Tomcat turnover. They now have 10 on the afternoon. 2:06 to go in the third. It is now Warren Central 40, Ashland 34, here on B97.
At Ohio University Southern, we're forever opening doors. And now, with our Regional Promise program, qualifying applicants from the tri-state region can earn a degree for
40-34. Warren Central leads Ashland. We got 2:06 to go in the third. Tomcats still in the huddle. Warren Central just broke. It's Whitney and Villaforte, Unseld, Glover, and Jefferson for the Dragons. Tomcats getting outscored at the foul line 10-2, and they trail it by 6. Warren Central shot 12 free throws. The Tomcats have shot 2. Count them on one hand. Does he complain about the officiating? Yeah, and he should. DeBoard, Adkins, Carter, Jennings, and Freeze for the Cats. As Jefferson will inbounds it for Warren Central at midcourt on the far side. Need a stop here. They'll get it in to Glover. Glover's going to run the point out front. Ashland in a 2-3 zone. Villaforte back to Glover. Far side Unseld. Down low. Here's Jefferson. Goes up. Inside out. Gives it now to Glover. Glover inside out. And there's a Tomcat foul. And that's going to be on Atkins, his third. It'll be Warren Central basketball. They'll have it underneath their bucket near side as they lead it by 6 at the minute 55 of the third quarter. Looking is Unsailed. Still looking. Better hurry. Gets it into Villaforte. Ashland now man-to-man. Villaforte gives it straight away to Whitney. Whitney around the arc to the near side against Freeze. Spins into the lane with a hook shot. No good. Air ball. Has his own rebound, though. Looking for help. Gets it to Villaforte. Now down low. Glover's got a gimme, and he made it. 42-34. Warren Central by 8 with a minute 29 to go in the third. Here's DeBoard out front. High pick and roll. Had his shot. Didn't take it. Jennings has got it in the near wing. He'll go against Glover. Take him around the arc. Stop in the corner to Adkins. He'll try a 3-ball. Way too hard. Rebounded by Warren Central. Here comes Unseld. They lead it by 8 with a minute 10 to go in the third. Tomcats need a stop right here as Ashland's in their 2-3 zone. Villaforte to Glover. High post. Whitney down the lane. Lays it up. Missed a gimme. Got his rebound. Got fouled. They're killing us on the boards as well. 2 shots coming here. And that foul is going to be on Adkins, his fourth. So Asher's had a tough time with foul trouble. He got 2 in the first 3 minutes of the first half. And he's picked up 2 more to give him 4 in the first 7 minutes of the second. Whitney with 2 more. First one's up short. Free throws number 13 and 14 for Warren Central. Davis back in, Adkins out. Ashland has 2 free throws. They are shooting their 14th right now. Big boy. Whitney at the line. He pushes it up, and that one's good. So Whitney is now 6 of 8 from the foul line. And Warren Central equals their biggest lead at 9 at 43-34. Davis will put it in play against the Warren Central full-court press. Davis runs the baseline, looking, brings it into Carter. Carter in backcourt, guarded by Jefferson. Moves him to the center of the floor, goes zigs and zags. Backs his way in across the timeline. Left side erase DeBoard. DeBoard with a high pick and roll. Will stop top of the key at 45 seconds. Cats need a bucket. DeBoard over to Davis. Davis now to Carter. Carter will penetrate, can't shoot. Back it out at 37 seconds. Now to Jennings. Jennings to DeBoard. DeBoard makes his move at 32, goes to the bucket and lays it in. Good move by Race. Make it 43-36 at 25 seconds. Here comes Villaforte. Got to stop him here in the final seconds of the third as we trail it by 7. That's where the halftime deficit was. 16 seconds, right side to Unseld. Unseld now gives it to Villaforte, to Whitney at 10, and back to Villaforte at 8. He'll give it to Whitney. Whitney at 7, down low and through the hands of Jefferson, but last touch by Ashland with 5 seconds to go. Glover back in for Warren Central. Out goes Jefferson. Warren Central will have it underneath their bucket near side as they lead it by 7 with 5 seconds to go. Villaforte will put it in play along his left baseline. Ashland man-to-man. They lob it into Whitney. At 5, at 4, and he just ran over Freeze. No call, put the shot up, no good, but Glover's there to tip it in. And that'll end the third quarter. That killed us. No call there. Of course, the official not going to call it. They're just got off. At the end of 3, it's Warren Central 45, Ashland 36. We'll be back in a moment here on B97.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, the Tomcats face their biggest deficit as we start the fourth. We haven't got a call all night, and everybody press row keeps looking at me. I said, yep. I don't officiate. I do on the radio, but I don't officiate on the floor, and it's really bad. Warren Central leads it 45-36 as we start the final 8 minutes. The Clark's Pump and Shop halftime third quarter contest is over as they race their little tights up and down the floor, and we're ready to go. Warren Central basketball as we start the final 8. Got to get a stop here. It gets to double digits. We're in trouble. It'll be Unseld, Walkup, Whitney, Glover, and Villaforte. Cats come with Atkins with 4 fouls. Carter, Jennings, DeBoard, and Freeze. Glover will inbounds it. He just got the buzzer beater tip in to end the third quarter. Brings it into Villaforte. Ashland's going to go man-to-man. Villaforte at center circle. Around the arc to the right side in the corner to Whitney. Whitney looking. Stands and holds it in the corner. And he'll take a couple of dribbles out in the wing and take it back in the corner. Give to Villaforte and now to Glover. Glover will stand and hold it with 7.5 to go. He'll stand on top of the big center circle over to Whitney. Whitney had a 3. Doesn't shoot many of them this year. Glover in the corner near side now to Walkup. Now to Whitney, guarded by Carter. Whitney gives to Villaforte. 45 seconds run off the clock here in the fourth, and they lead it by 9. Here's Glover, Villaforte. Villaforte back over to Whitney on the far side. Whitney will take it to the baseline, go into the shoot an 8-footer and miss it. Rebound to Adkins, but he tipped it into the hands of Villaforte. That's a costly rebound there, I'll tell you that. Here's Villaforte. He backs it out near midcourt. Minute gone here in the fourth. Warren Central very deliberate on the offensive end. Bounces right side to Walkup. Walkup gives it high post to Whitney. Inside out, Villaforte will shoot a 3. Looks good and is. And we're in big trouble now. Warren Central leads it 48-36. Biggest deficit of the afternoon. We got to hit some threes. Here comes Carter. Carter with it out front. Back and forth down to the baseline. Driving in all the way to Freeze out front. Jennings for 3. Got it. Braxton answers on the other end. Gets it back down to 9 at 48-39 with 6:15 to go. Clock is our enemy, though. Here comes Villaforte. He'll walk it up across the timeline. The Dragons in no hurry. In the corner to Whitney. Whitney back out on top to Unseld. Unseld backs his way into the elbow. Villaforte's got it, and he'll back it back out. Now spin down into the paint. Stop and go up at 5 feet. Miss it. Rebounded by Freeze. Freeze to DeBoard. DeBoard in a hurry. Takes it to the bucket. He'll lay it up and get hammered with 5:44 to go. Foul is going to be on 21, Whitney, his first. Hey, we're going to shoot free throws. And that is a surprise. Warren Central shot 14. We've shot 2. And DeBoard has shot them both and made them both. First one's up, bouncing in. Cuts the lead to 8 at 48-40. One more for DeBoard. We've been outscored at the foul line 11-3. And it'll stay that way as DeBoard misses the next one. 8-point lead, 8-point deficit at the foul line. There's your game. Controlled by the officials. Here's Villaforte. Right side to Glover. Glover with Carter up in him. Gives to Villaforte. Ashland man-to-man. Now to Unseld. Unseld against Atkins. Stands top of the wing. They'll set the pick and roll. He'll pick and pop down to the free throw line and have it knocked away. And Atkins got the steal. Gets it to Jennings. Loses it. And Whitney's there to put it in. Tomcats had it and lost it. Would have been a big turnover. It's 50-40. Warren Central by 10. DeBoard with it out front against Walkup. 5 minutes to go in this basketball game. Here's DeBoard all the way to the bucket. He'll lay it up and charge. And Orion Bonner is livid with that, and I don't blame him. They called a block all afternoon. DeBoard will pick up his third and turnover, number 11 for Ashland. Wish you people were here watching how bad the officiating is. It's bad. Inbounds it comes to Villaforte. Villaforte will walk it up floor. We got 4:50 to go. Warren Central leads it by 10. Near side it comes to Whitney. Whitney with it out front, looking, kills his dribble, needs some help, finds it. Nope, yeah he does, and Glover. Now to Villaforte. Villaforte against the board, overruns it to the Sweet 16 logo and back to the near side to Glover. Glover will stand and hold against Carter. Back over to Walkup. Walkup down into the flank against Jennings. Backs it back out and gives it to Whitney. 4:20 to go. They lob it down low and over the head of Unseld and out of bounds. Turnover, Warren Central. Ashland basketball down 10 with 4:21 to go. Jennings will put it in play for the Cats. He'll bring it into Carter. Xander with the basketball and Warren Central picking up full court man-to-man. Here comes Carter with it. Carter has a pick set for him. He's over in the wing. And now he'll stand up and give it to Jennings. Jennings cross court to Adkins. Adkins back out to Carter. Carter will penetrate to the free throw line. He can't shoot. And gives to DeBoard. DeBoard with it out front. He'll give it to Carter. Carter will fake left, go down the lane, and lay it up and get fouled. That'll be a block on Glover, his second. And sends Ashland to the foul line. Carter will shoot two. 77% free throw shooter for the season. Free throws number 5 and 6 for Ashland, while Warren Central has 14. 3:54 to go in this one. It's 50-40 Warren Central. Ashland led once at 9-8. Carter at the foul line this afternoon. Xander with 8 points, couple of rebounds. In addition, Ashland has DeBoard in double figures with 19. That's it. Carter up, rattled it home. One more for Xander Carter. The sophomore up, good with that one. Gets the lead down to 8. 50-42. Need a couple of stops. Tomcats pressing full court. Inbounds walk up now to Whitney. Whitney will walk it up floor with 3:45 to go, leading by 8. Whitney around the arc to the right. Gives to Walk up to Villaforte. Out front to Whitney. Whitney top of the flank on the far side. Stands and dribbles at the college arc and gives it back to Villaforte. 3.5 to go. Right side to Unseld. Unseld moves in with an elbow shot. In and out and back in. 52-42. It's Warren Central by 10. 3:20 to go. Here's DeBoard. Inside out to Jennings. Back to DeBoard. Now to Carter. Carter will penetrate. Go to the bucket. Lay it off the glass. Won't go. Rebounded by Whitney. Whitney, the outlet up floor to Villaforte with the numbers. Now to Glover. Glover down the lane to Whitney. Lays it in. Down 12 now. 54-42. Equals Warren Central's biggest lead of the day. Inside 3 minutes to go. We got to shoot threes. Carter will try one and miss it. Rebound chased down by Freeze. Freeze down deep in the corner. Will look out front to DeBoard. DeBoard stands with a high pick and roll. Down by 12, 2:40 to go. DeBoard backs out, now penetrates. Elbow shot bouncing in for Race DeBoard and a timeout Ashland. 2:38 to go. Cats have cut it to 10, 54-44. We'll be back in a moment here on B97.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigelow Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Your home of the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Warren Central leads at 54-44. We got just 2:38 left in this one on St. Patrick's Day. Here at K-Woods Court at Rupp Arena in Lexington. Not as much green going around here in Lexington. Very day here, and Raining and turning much colder outside. Jeff and Donna didn't make it back down. And Coach Tanner is listening as well. And my dear friend Tyler Rowland. And thousands of others. Difference in the game, free throw shooting. Warren Central shot 14. They made 11. Ashland is 6 of 8. Tomcat basketball Warren Central ball when play resumes. Carter, Adkins, Jennings, Freeze, and DeBoard for the Cats. Warren Central will come with Villaforte and Whitney and Glover and Unseld. And who's that guy over there? That's Walkup. Inbounds it comes to Glover. Glover in backcourt against Carter. Brings it up floor now to Whitney. Whitney will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Freeze with 2.5 to play. Whitney will penetrate. He'll blow by Freeze. Lay it up off the glass. Miss it. Rebound by Nate Freeze. Freeze, the outlet to the board. Down 10. We need some buckets. Here comes the board. Whoop, he almost lost it. Backs it out. Needs some help. Finds it in Braxton Jennings with 2:10 to go. Down by 10. Braxton will stand and dribble. Now he'll penetrate. Inside out to Adkins. Back to Jennings for a three. Won't go. Rebounded by Unseld, and Unseld gets it near side to Villaforte. Villaforte up to Glover. He'll take it into the paint, lay it up good, and got fouled by Freeze. Good call. That one was a foul. Freeze is third. Give Glover the bucket and one. And it's now a 12-point game at 56-44 Warren Central. We'll be back in a moment here on B96.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Ooh, nice iPhone 14 Pro.
I love it. I switched to T-Mobile and got an iPhone 14 Pro on them. You're with T-Mobile, right?
Well...
Oh, and I got Apple TV Plus included. We love Ted Lasso. Do you get all of that?
Well...
Switch to T-Mobile with eligible trade-in on our Max plan and get iPhone 14 Pro and Apple TV Plus on us.
Phone with 24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling to continue credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. Apple TV Plus up to $4.99 value. See T-Mobile.com.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, with just a minute 56 to go, we got a long way to come back. Down by 12, 56-44, and Glover will be at the foul line when play resumes as he got fouled by Freeze going to the bucket. So we may face our biggest deficit of the evening with just a minute 56 to go. Carter, DeBoard, Adkins, Jennings, and Freeze for the Cats. Wasn't sure Nate was going to be able to play today, but he'd been sick all night. Had some IVs and obviously doing much better. And has had a pretty doggone good game today. Nate with 4 points and 4 rebounds. DeBoard's got 21, Carter with 10. At the line will be Glover, who is 2 of 3 from the foul line today for the Dragons of Coach Will Unseld. Trying to get to the semifinals against Woodford County tomorrow. Woodford County earlier winners 59-48 over E-Town. Horn sounds, we're ready to go. Glover will shoot one. Glover pushes it on his way. No good. Rebounded by, it's going to go out of bounds. Going to give it to Ashland. I'm not sure about that one. I think we got a break there. Minute 54 to go. Too late for breaks. We got to create our own. Inbounds it comes to Carter. Carter at a minute 50. We'll bring it across the timeline against Villaforte. We got to get some threes on the board. Here comes Carter. Carter with it out front, dribbling between the legs, between the rings. Around the arc to the near side. He'll take it to the bucket all the way in, push it up and in. Cuts a lead to 10 and a timeout Ashland. 56-46 and a minute 38 to go. Cats burn another timeout. We'll be back in a moment here on B97.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Your home of the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Warren Central leads at 56-46, just a minute 38 to go. Tomcats trying to battle back, but they're going to have to get some threes to go their way to win it. Got to get some stops, though. First of all, you got to stop the other team and then capitalize on the other end. Hello, David Lathero. How are you today? Warren Central ball when play resumes. DeBoer, Jennings, Atkins, Freeze, and Carter. Well, we got to foul them, too, even though they've outscored us 11-6 from the foul line. 11-5, I'm sorry. We're really going to start fouling now, and there's really not a bad free throw shooter on the floor for them. Everybody's above 70%. Villaforte into Glover. Glover gets fouled immediately by Carter, his first. And for Ashland, that's their fifth foul at 1:36. So Cats will put Warren Central on a bonus with that next foul. Villaforte from underneath the Tomcat bucket on the far side. Looking. Gets it into Whitney, and he's fouled by Freeze, and that's his fourth. So Whitney will go to the foul line. That's not the guy I think you want to foul. He's 6 of 8 from there today. 76% for the year as we walk to the other end at a minute 35. Warren Central leads it 56-46. Chappelle Whitney, a senior. Warren Central loses everybody but Unseld. They're going to do it. This will be the year for them to do it. No question about it. Whitney pushes it up. It bounced in. Got the shooter's roll. 11-point lead at 57-46. One more for Whitney. Whitney toes it up and good again. Back out to 12. Don't foul that guy, okay? 58-46. Here comes DeBoer in a hurry. He'll stop. Wheel it around the near side. Lose a handle on it. Taken away by Walkup. He'll stuff it on the other end. That'll do it. 60-46. Warren Central by 14 on their way to the semifinals. Atkins to Freeze. He'll try a three. It's short. Rebounded by Unseld. Knocked away by Carter. Down to Freeze. Back to Carter. Lays it up. It'll fall. And Ashland will burn another timeout. Down 12 with a minute 5 to go. 60-48. Ashland cuts it to 12 but just 65 seconds to go. Cats will try and figure something out in the next 65 seconds. And we'll come right back here on B97.
Every tractor owner knows it's... When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigro Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio, specifically audio influencers.
Audio has been a key component for us. Our consumer is omnichannel, so we need to be omnichannel. We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio. I think using the audio influencers has been a huge component for us. Working with iHeart, we were able to really tease out the audio influencers in key markets that were authentic Chipotle fans. And because it's authentic and because they're seen as trusted friends by the customers and the listeners, it's really been an effective strategy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Well, the Tomcats, Luke's brother, Ryan Bonner's cleared the bench. We surrender. Tomcats will end their season here, trailing by 12 right now, and in for the Cats, Caleb Clark, LeBrian Strader, Sam Lyons, Adam Lalone, and Cam Davis. And Warren Central will do the same. Will Unsold will clear his bench. As they call a timeout, they got out of this timeout. Now they'll call a quick 30-second timeout, so Will Unsold can clear his bench and get 5 newcomers in for Warren Central. With 65 seconds to go, Warren Central leads it 60-48. They're going to move on to the Final Four tomorrow, as they have last year when they went all the way to the finals before losing to Clark County 43-42. Well, Wells is back in the game, as is Jefferson. They played quite a bit. But the newcomers in are Hammer and Boards. And who's this little guy back here? Barnett. Hammer will put it in play for Warren Central, trailing by, or on top by 12. Wishful thinking, huh? Bring it into Boards and back to Hammer. Hammer will walk it across the timeline for Warren Central at a minute to go. Right side to Wells. Wells, near side to Barnett. Barnett to Hammer. Hammer to Boards. Boards down the lane. Has it knocked away. Gets it back. And Jefferson will lay it up and in. 62-48. Warren Central by 14 again. Here's Davis. Davis over to Clark. Clark on the near side. Looking. Gives to Lyons at 35 seconds. Sam will bring it around the arc to the right side. Give it over to Lalone. Lalone will penetrate into the paint. Spin, turn. LeBrian Strader for a 3. Missed it. Rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson gets it ahead to DeBoard to Wells, and he'll lay it up and in, and that will seal the deal. 64-48, 12 seconds. Lalone for 3. Missed it. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds. Belongs to Ashland with 7 seconds to go. Warren Central has their biggest lead right now at 64-48. They'll go to 34-1. Cats will end their season at 23-12. Inbounds it comes to Lalone, taken away by Jefferson. He'll walk to the other end and just dribble it out, and Warren Central will win it. Final score, Warren Central 64, Ashland 48. We'll be back in a few minutes to wrap this one up for you and talk to Coach Bonner and the Tomcat players. Stay with us here on B97.
When you're first diagnosed with multiple myeloma, a rare form of blood cancer, it's easy to be overwhelmed. But it's important to realize that there are prescription treatment options available for adults that you may discuss with your healthcare professional. Become better informed and find out what's possible with treatment. Start the conversation with your doctor today about the potential benefits and risks of treatments for multiple myeloma. This message is brought to you by Janssen.
Keeping your kids safe is a full-time job. Whether it's putting on outlet covers, installing child gates, or gluing down your priceless vase. So Duracell made one part of childproofing simple. Our lithium coin batteries are the only ones coated in a non-toxic bitterant to help discourage swallowing. Your kid is safer, and you've got one less thing to worry about. Or glue down. Duracell, engineered for more. Available in 2032, 2025, and 2016 sizes.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Take your dream vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line to Europe, Alaska, the Caribbean, and more. Book today and get 50% off all cruises all over the world. Plus, enjoy free airfare for second guests, free unlimited open bar, free specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe. Feel free. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
And now the Tomcats post-game show on your home for Ashland Sports, B97.
Well, the Tomcats come out and get their quarterfinalist plaque as they made it to the Final Eight. One of the 8 best teams left in the state of Kentucky are the Tomcats, but they go down today 64-48 to Warren Central, to the top team in the state of Kentucky. The Dragons 34-1. The Tomcats end their season at 23-12, and even better news, Race DeBoard for the Tomcats made the all-tournament team. Race with a big game today. He had 21 points today, 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists against Owensboro. Today, 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. And that'll do it for Ryan Bonner and the Tomcats as they head off the floor in their maroon clad. To a nice ovation from the Tomcat fans that are still here. They did a nice job. Made 5 in a row Sweet 16s, and they'll go for number 6 next year. Warren Central's moving on with a 64-48 win. They'll face Woodford County tomorrow at 11 in the upper bracket semifinal. The Yellow Jackets really playing well. They're 22-12. Warren Central 34-1. 2 games tonight. Lexington Douglas at 32-2 against Louisville Mayo at 26-10. And then Lyon County at 31-5 against Clark County, the defending state champion, at 28-5. Could we have a rematch of last year's final? Yeah, we could. Clark County could get there from the bottom bracket, and Warren Central from the upper bracket. So we could have a rematch of last year's state championship, which was a dandy, low scoring, but won by Clark 43-42. We'll go back to the interview room here momentarily, and we'll talk to, well, I won't talk to him. I'll be wired up to do that, to hear Ryan Bonner and Tomcat players, and then we'll come back with the stats as well. So stay with me. We'll be back here in just a few minutes at K-Woods Court at Rupp Arena on B97.
Hey, you having a hard time finding an apartment from amongst the cacophony of possibilities out there? Well, Apartments.com has powerful search tools to easily filter out what you don't want, and then you're left with, oh, isn't that sweet? No happier sound than a happy pooch.
You're the snuggliest, fluffy, wuffy muffin buns.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Him or me? Oh, I see. Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
When you start hearing those sounds, you know spring is coming. And with the Home Depot's countdown to spring, now is the time to get ready with savings in every aisle. Like Bigelow Premium Wood Mulch with a new lower price of 3 bags for just $10. Fight weeds, maintain soil moisture, and give your walkways, flower beds, and lawn a well-detailed look with red, brown, or black mulch. Make the most of the season with savings on all your spring projects at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid in store only March 5th through May 17th. Color selection varies by store. Limit 60 bags per customer while supplies last.
Hi guys, it's me, Melissa McCarthy. Did you know that Booking.com is a great way to book any kind of stay in the USA? And that's why I'm booking somewhere, anywhere, a cozy cottage where I can ski. As if somewhere, anywhere, like glamping, so I don't have to go outside to pee.
No peeing outside.
Find hotels, vacation rentals, and more. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Keeping your kids safe is a full-time job. Whether it's putting on outlet covers, installing child gates, or gluing down your priceless vase. So Duracell made one part of childproofing simple. Our lithium coin batteries are the only ones coated in a non-toxic bitterant to help discourage swallowing. Your kid is safer, and you've got one less thing to worry about. Or glue down. Duracell, engineered for more. Available in 2032, 2025, and 2016 sizes.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The 2023 Northeastern Kentucky Genealogy Conference is scheduled for Friday, March 31st and Saturday, April 1st at Greenbow Lake State Park. It's sponsored by the Greenup County Genealogical Society. More information at the Greenup Public Library. It's the best breakfast deal in town. It's the Kiwanis Club of Ashland's annual pancake breakfast Saturday, March 18th from 7 a.m. to noon at Legacy Ashland First Baptist Church on Winchester Avenue. Free for all Ashland first responders.
Today we decided to walk to school. The light counted. 15, 14,
13.
We took a left on Carroll Street. Danny's smart, but he gets distracted.
I
realized he forgot his homework. I hope he doesn't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
We got adopted. Over the years, I came to know what really happened. She had us when she was 17. The way she saw things going, it wasn't a good environment to raise a kid. The fact that she did that just shows how strong of a woman my mother is, and I thank her each and every day for it. I wouldn't be the person who I am today. And I like the person I am today. I knew I was loved and I was part of a family, so that was what's important to me.
For more information, visit ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Christoph. And I'm Christopher. And our mom chose adoption.
Your home for the Ashland Tomcats, B97.
Warren Central wins it this afternoon in the Tomcats season. It's 64-48. The Cats in their season at 23-12. Another nice run for their 5th consecutive trip to the Sweet 16. Warren Central, by the way, with back-to-back 4th region titles and back-to-back semifinal appearances. They'll be against Woodford County tomorrow. Statistically in this game, Warren Central shot it well from everywhere. From the 2-point range, from the 3-point range, from the foul line, you name it. They hit 24-43 from the field for 56%. Ashland was 18 of 40 for 33. Warren Central hit 3 of 9 from behind the arc for 33%. Ashland 7 of 21 for 33%. We needed to hit about 10 or 12 of those today. Ashland 5 of 6 from the foul line, 83%. Warren Central shot 17 free throws to Ashland 6. They hit 13 of them for 76%. They didn't win. Well, they didn't win the game from the foul line, but it had a lot to do with the way the outcome of this basketball game went. Rebounding went to Warren Central. That hurt us badly, 26-17. Turnovers, Ashland with 13 and Warren Central with 9 in the contest. For Warren Central, they're moving on. They had 3 in double figures. Great performance today from Chappelle Whitney with 20 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. 6 points from Walkup. Villaforte had 5, Unseld with 13 points and 5 rebounds. By the way, Villaforte had 7 assists. Glover had 14 points and 3 rebounds. Jefferson with 2, and Wells had 4. And they shot 24 field goals, and 20 of those were assisted, as Warren Central had 20 assists on the afternoon. For the Tomcats, they were 18 of 40 from the field, 45%. 7 of 21 behind the arc for 33, 5 of 6 from the foul line for 83.3. Cats had raced aboard the all-tournament team with 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. 14 from Xander Carter and a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists. Asher Adkins was scoreless, spent most of his time in foul trouble. Tristan Davis was scoreless. Tucker Conway with 3. Braxton Jennings was 6, and Nate Freeze had 4 for the Cats. Lalone and Cameron Davis and Lyons and Clark and Strader all got in, but did not score. The interview room apparently is not working today, so I won't be able to get any post-game comments from Ryan Bonner and the Tomcats, and I apologize for that. But it's just not wired. I've got my end wired up, but they've had problems back there in the back, so they don't. We can tell you, Race to Board ends his career as a Tomcat with 1,547 points in his career. Xander Carter, only a sophomore, he'll be back. He will start his junior year with 1,629 points, which is good for 7th best on the all-time scoring list. And Tucker Conway, with that 3 today, gets 553, which puts him just at the 100 mark. He and Steve Cram, a member of the 1961 state champions, have 553 points in their career, so they're tied at number 100. And Asher Atkins will start his senior year with 420. So that'll do it from Rupp Arena in Lexington. Again, I apologize, but their interview room, they don't have it wired up properly. I know my ends were wired right because it was working earlier, but not working now, so that's just the way it is. Warren Central wins it here this afternoon, 64-48, and the Cat season is over at 23-12, but that's 5 in a row for the Cats in the Sweet 16, and we'll try and make it 6 this coming year. And we thank all our wonderful Tomcats sponsors throughout the year who've been with us through football and basketball. And, of course, we now have football coming up in August, and Chad Tackett and the Tomcats, Final Four appearance last year, and they'll try and do it again this year and do even better in Class 4A. Scott Hessen for being with me all season long and doing a great job at handling things back there at the studio, and I've had a plethora of people, I guess. Jason Filiaw's been on the board, and Dave Roberts, and just all kinds of board ops back there, and I thank you all. Well, that'll do it till August. I thank all you Tomcat fans. God bless you. The final score is Warren Central 64 and Ashland 48 here on B97.
This has been Ashland Tomcats basketball on B97.